I know we have already passed our scheduled time of 5 p.m. We have passed that. I'm not going to extend your miseries anymore. I would like to finish it off as fast as possible. I'm here. My job, as has been already said, my job and our job has been done very, prudently by Professor Carlos. He has summed up the whole thing. And many of the thoughts are aligned with our thoughts. So I would just like to mention one or two of those thoughts that are aligned. But before doing that, I would like to thank all of you, those of you who already left, for your contribution. We had representatives from the private sector, that both for local corporates and for the multinational. We have various sectors representation. We had entrepreneurs. We had people from the service sector, the development partners. We had members of the government, and we had academicians, of course. So we heard from each one of you. We have noted everything down, and we'll try to incorporate many of those in our curriculum in our next. At IBA, we regularly revisit our curriculum. It is more or less in every 2 to 3 years' time, we revisit, we dedicate 1-2 full days to rethink about our curriculum. Previously, it was done by us only, the academicians. But last time, we decided that we'd also take the input from the industry and try to incorporate their thoughts. That is the reason for which we have had this dialogue today, to learn more about what is going on in the industry. I had few little experience of working in the industry, and as many of us already told, that the pace at which these disruptions are happening is much faster than what we think. And it's called fourth industrial revolution. That means we had 1, 2, and 3 before. Each of those were disruptions, and we somehow knew how to deal with it, and that's why we survived and we are still here. And the fourth industrial revolution is no different, but only thing different between those and this one is that the pace at which it is happening and how it impacts us. As a developing country, we are now aspiring to be a developed one, so we should have these technological disruptions will be there, but our whole purpose should be how to capitalize on that and how to create more jobs that are more specific to our industry, but more specific to our country, the strengths that we have. We have to try and find out ways in which we do that, so that as has been mentioned, that we produce at IBA, we produce a very insignificant portion of the leaders, that is 0.003%. These leaders should be able to create more and more thousands and millions of jobs. That is what should be done. That is what IBA curriculum should focus, to create more and more entrepreneurs who will be using the disruptive technology and create more jobs. That should be the focus of IBA going forward. I fully agree with the multidisciplinary approach. Often, jokingly, I say that IBA is housed next to fine arts, and there's a wall between them, a physical wall. This wall should be broken, because the finance and fine arts should know how to coexist, and then you utilize that. And actually, this was just a metaphor that I often use. So I really appreciate your summing up, and also Dr. Carlos. The multidisciplinary approach is something we should follow. We are already following. We have got psychology and sociology already embedded in our course. And data science, I think data science has been talked about a lot. Innovation has been talked about a lot. And also the human aspect. When robots they dictate our lives, I think we should be more human. So humanistic qualities should be looked at, and more of those things should be incorporated in our daily life, so that as has been mentioned, the ability to learn to learn is a key word that I'll take. I have already learned by heart, learn to learn, and we should now focus on that our students should learn to think, learn to innovate, learn to execute. All of these things should be incorporated. And with these few words, and already I know that many of you had very busy schedule. Today is a full working day. In fact, in Bangladesh, it's the first working day of the week. Despite that, you have had so much of time dedicated for IBA, dedicated for our future generation, 2.5 hours plus. So that's so generous of you, and thank you so very much. On behalf of IBA, on behalf of AMDISA and MDIB, I would like to thank you all for your contribution, and see you next time when we have a dialogue one more time. Thank you so much.